Good morning, HowToHeaven fans. So today's video comes after a little bit of time. I think it's been about a month. Anyway, I'm dressed for the summer here in Tucson. So this is soaking wet. Got my hat on. Got those UV rays blocked. Anyway, so I have to let you guys know I let you down a little bit. Because I have a do-it-yourself channel and I actually hired some work out and now I'm paying the price. So what I did was, as you know, I've got this ultimate garage that I built, and now that the inside's done or almost done, still working on the mezzanine, second story storage, but on the outside there I wanted to get concrete to go like a sidewalk all the way around the building, and because I'm going to mount my compressor and my vacuum over on that side, and then I have a shed here, and I did some pavers a few years back, and it's so hot I just didn't feel like doing it, so I hired out a couple guys, actually one guy that hired somebody else to do the labor, and they were going to do the pavers here and then up on my hill. So what happened was they started doing the work, and every step of the way the first red flag was that the first guy brought zero tools. So he's borrowing all my tools. He's borrowing my shovel, my pick, my rake, my even a tape measure, something as simple. He brought zero. He brought his lunch and some water. Then he even asked for a string level, and then he wanted a chalk line. And that got me thinking, it's like, what are you going to do with a chalk line? Because you're working in the dirt. And first step when you do pavers, which I'll show you, I'm not going to do the whole video, but I'm going to show you a synopsis because I've taken over the job, taken it back. And you don't need a string line. If you were setting tile, yeah, you could do that. But we're talking about setting paver stones over sand. So I think maybe he was trying to impress me with his knowledge or something when he's asking me for something like that, but it was quickly apparent he didn't know what he was doing. I even initially, I had this laser level that I used, DeWalt. It was beautiful, but I mean it's just too big, and I'm done with this project. I don't plan on building a house or another project like this anytime in the future. So I traded that and I went out there, and it turns out they didn't even know how to establish level. So I used the laser level, and they stood around kind of watching because neither one of them knew how to run a laser level. So I did that, and it was quickly apparent that the line that they buried for my plumbing wasn't draining properly. They didn't have it set up so gravity would flow downhill. For some reason, this guy thought that because the drain was actually a ½ inch higher than the outlet, he decided that he wanted to make the pipe go up in order to come down, because he thought that additional gravity would somehow suck it out, kind of like a siphoning effect, like a toilet. Completely wrong. I told him, you know, it's okay that this side is down just a ½ inch. We're looking at a 4-inch drainage pipe, so a ½ inch isn't really going to make much difference. Once the water reaches that ½ inch, it'll start to drain. It'll go up and then it'll just drain out. And whatever the residual is in the pipe is okay, because there's a couple of drain vents. So I went ahead and I said, you know, okay, I'll level it and I'll do all that. And by the end of the first day, they got nowhere. By the end of the second day, that was the end of it. All right, so we're in the area where I've already started to redo their work. And this pipe that's right here actually goes uphill and then down, and it's so wavy, I'm going to end up digging it out and making it straight. They just did a terrible job. This was at an angle. It's a drain, and it was tilted about 3/4 of an inch on this side to this side. for no rhyme or reason. I don't understand why they did that. So I've been reworking it, and it's going to meet with my patio right there. But they did things like they dug this hole right there. Don't know why. They dug a hole over here. I don't understand what they were doing. I mean, it's not necessary to go down to the depth that they did. And only in that area right there did they dig this little valley. I don't know what he was thinking. And so the type of work they did was so bad that I let them go. I told them when they dug the pipe out to backfill with the same dirt that they dug out of it. And instead of doing that, they piled up all my dirt over here. Now I've got to clear my path again. So I've got to wheelbarrow that and get rid of it, put it somewhere else in the yard. And then they used the sand that I bought, several bags of sand, huge bags of sand, and they used that to backfill. And I asked them specifically, actually repeatedly, please use this dirt here to backfill. That way I don't have to haul it away. So I let them go. Totally disappointed. So here's the progress. You can see what I've done here. All of this going up to here. Got to cut the end pieces, and then we're going to have to, me, do from there all the way and fill this area in. So that's that. And I still have the guy's trailer here. He's got to pick it up, and that's the end of the job for him. Crazy. So, lesson learned. I have a DIY channel. I guess I should DIY. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. All that good stuff. See you on the next video. How to Heaven.